Hey guys, how have you been? I'm back with another Last Week in Gaming as per usual. We had another whopper of a week, so buckle up. It kind of all happened yesterday, which is perfect for me since I shoot the show on Thursdays, and who am I kidding? I actually had a mini freak out. Like, can the news just happen at the start of the week and not at the very end? That would be amazeballs. Obviously, that isn't a reasonable thing to expect from a world of chaos, but one can hope, I guess. Joking aside, it's time for our show to get started with our main stories. Let's begin. My body wasn't ready for this. The Reginator, also known as Nintendo of America President Reggie Fils-Aime, will officially retire April 15th. After 15 years with the company. That means Reggie has seen some of the highest highs with the big N, like Wii and DS, as well as the lowest lows, like GameCube and Wii U. Fils-Aime said in a press release, "Nintendo owns a part of my heart forever. It's a part that is filled with gratitude for the incredibly talented people I've worked with, for the opportunity to represent such a wonderful brand, and most of all, to feel like a member of the world's most positive and enduring gamer community. As I look forward to departing in both good health and good humor, this is not game over for me, but instead leveling up to more time with my wife, family, and friends. GG, Reggie. I hope you find some peace from people constantly asking you where Mother 3 is. Oh, and if you're wondering, this means Doug Bowser, who's currently Senior Vice President of Sales and Marketing at the company, will be taking over as NOA President, and I kind of feel like we're gonna need him to change his name to Doug Mario at some point, because I'm not sure how I feel about Bowser essentially winning and running the show at this point. Like, Mario needs to step up his game for real. But in all seriousness, I think Doug Bowser will do great. Unfortunately, more big company layoffs are in the news this week. This time, ArenaNet confirmed, after chatter among employees started spreading on social media, that layoffs are indeed imminent for the studio. If you didn't know, ArenaNet are makers of the Guild Wars franchise. They addressed the rumors in a statement to IGN saying, "We can confirm that due to cancellation of unannounced projects, ArenaNet will make staff reductions. This is part of a larger organizational restructuring within NCSoft in the West. But the Guild Wars and Guild Wars 2 game services will not be affected, nor is any upcoming game content canceled." As for the number of layoffs we're talking about, it's being rumored to be a significant amount. It's always heart-wrenching when you hear about these stories, so I'm just gonna be sending all my best to everyone affected. Pokemon Go, remember that game? Leave a comment below if you still play it. I don't, but maybe I should go back to it, because apparently after many years, Niantic has finally allowed for players to change teams. See, there's this item you can get called the Team Medallion for $10 US or 1,000 Pokecoins that will give you the ability to change allegiance to another team. There are two things to keep in mind though. You can only switch teams once with this medallion, and you can only purchase this medallion every 365 days. Yeah, so choose wisely, my Pokemon trainers. You do not want to mess this up anyway. The item in question becomes available on February 26th, so if you have time to meditate on that, I suggest you do. Speaking of meditating, I guess, Anthem launches today. Well, if you bought the regular edition and don't have EA or Origin access. If you did that, then you've had the game for varying degrees of time and hours. So on second thought, maybe it's already launched, especially considering people have already finished the campaign on PC. EA makes this also confusing. Regardless, BioWare has released a so-called Day 1 patch that will improve loading times, fix disconnect issues, and more for Anthem. Now obviously these probably aren't problems for people that are just getting the game, and if you already finished the campaign, well, thanks for being a beta tester. I guess this whole thing is just so weird. That said, I'm still excited to check out Anthem, and be sure to let me know what you think of the game in the comments below. Speaking of EA, Apex Legends just got its first Twitch Prime loot drop. That means if you have Twitch Prime, you'll get an Omega Point skin for everybody's favorite robot buddy, Pathfinder, as well as 5 Apex packs. The skin is dope because it's purple, by the way. And may the RNG odds be ever in your favor with the Apex packs. Here's hoping you get some legendaries out of them, because I didn't, so sweet. That's not all that's new with Apex Legends though. Developer Respawn also unleashed a new weapon for champions in Kings Canyon, the Havoc Energy Rifle. This thing looks like a blast, literally. Case in point, there's a charge beam mode with a select fire receiver attachment. And with Mega Man and Samus like Charge Up, Havoc offers the only hit scan in Apex Legends so far. Can't freaking wait to test this thing out on all your cute little heads. Mr. X means business in a Resident Evil 2 remake. Basically, he's not someone or something you want popping by for dinner. He's terrifying. But, and this is a literal but too, a mod for the new Resident Evil 2 makes Mr. X a little less scary and a lot more hilarious by putting him in a banana hammock. The thong even features an umbrella logo where the monster's one-eyed monster hangs out. I gotta say, I'm impressed by his glutes. That dude must do some squats, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Do you feel like you need more brutal RPG goodness in your life? Well, developer Red Hook Studios is looking out for you because the team has unveiled Darkening Dungeon 2. As for what we can expect in the sequel, Red Hook told PC Gamer, our combat system is making a return, but we're giving it a significant tune-up mechanically and in terms of presentation. Most significantly, however, we are working with a completely different metagame structure. Darkening Dungeon 2 is a game about enduring a grueling journey, not cleaning up your backyard. I mean, yeah, but fingers crossed I could play this game in my backyard on the Switch though. That said, Darkening Dungeon 2 is only announced for early access at this time. You might have seen some chatter that Overkill's The Walking Dead was no longer going to come out on consoles, but that's incorrect, says publisher 505 Games. On Twitter, 505 stated, we just wanted to clear the position on the Overkill's The Walking Dead on console and confirm that the game has not been canceled, purely postponed whilst development is ongoing. We will share further news as soon as possible. So in the words of my friend Dory, just keep waiting, just keep waiting. Now dig this. Shovel Knight might have been unearthed almost 5 years ago, but Yacht Club Games still has new stuff on the way. Specifically, King Knight's campaign, King of Cards, and a multiplayer battle mode called Showdown. These were supposed to release April 9th, along with physical editions of Shovel Knight Treasure Trove and an Amiibo 3-pack, but all of that has been delayed for an estimated several months at most, according to Yacht Club. Mwah, mwah. Vita may mean life, but the end is nigh for the PlayStation handheld. Yes, I mean, if you live in the States like me, you probably already thought the Vita was as dead as the Wii U, but Sony has stated production will end soon on the last two remaining models. Now, it was known that the device would die in 2019, but now we know the end of the line for Vita is sooner than later. Plus, consider that PlayStation Plus will no longer provide Vita games each month. And it's time to pour one out for our system. A drink, please? Anyone? Now, before I go, I want to tell you about a story that dropped yesterday, but keep in mind that at the time of this recording, it was still only a rumor, and for all I know, can still be a rumor, and for all I know, could have either been debunked by now or turned out to be true. So just keep that in mind as I say what I'm about to say. At the time of this recording, it's rumored that Microsoft will be publishing their own games and the entire Game Pass library on the Switch at some point in the near future. The news comes from Direct Feed Games that apparently has been more often than not right about reported rumors in the past. Now this is huge if true. I mean, imagine all the games you could play on the Switch if this happens. I'm not salivating, you are. Leave a comment below with the games that you would like to see playable, because I just feel like basking in this idea. Let's hope it's true. Maybe it is right now. I don't know. And that's it for this week, folks. If you liked today's show, please show it with a sub, a like, or a comment. It was a long one today. I hope you guys have a good weekend, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.